Good day, my friends. We're back for day 3 of the devotional, 3 of 5. And today we're going to look at where Jesus said of himself, "I am the light of the world," recorded in John 8 and 12. And here Jesus says of himself that he is light. His essence is light. And it was interesting when Jesus said this, it was during the festival of Tabernacles. And during that festival, there were 4 giant candelabras that were lit. And these were huge candelabras. They were lit in the temple. And it was at this time Jesus said this phrase, "I am the light of the world." And history tells us that when these 4 candelabras were lit on the first night of the Festival of Tabernacles, so huge were the candelabras that almost all the dwellings in Jerusalem were ablaze in this great light that emanated from these 4 candelabras. And it was also, of course, Jesus was in the temple, and him saying that he was the light of the world was in the backdrop of this huge, beautiful, luminous first night of the Festival of Tabernacles, but also, of course, the fire in the temple would be there as well. And so Jesus used these examples in the background as he stated his phrase that he himself was the light of the world. And so we see the impact. There was great praise and sometimes dancing in the streets during this great night of illumination with the 4 giant candelabras, and people would be praising God and repeating the psalms that meant so much to their faith. But sooner or later, of course, the lights of the candelabra would fade and darkness would return. But the light that Jesus gives is the light that lasts for eternity in your life and in my life. Often in the Old Testament, God is referred to as light, and I'll read some of these passages right now. So, of course, it was known to the Jewish people at the time that God and light were associated. It says in Psalm 27 and 1, "The Lord is my light." And in Isaiah 60 and 19, the great prophet said, "The Lord shall be thy everlasting light." And Job 29 and 3 says, "By his light I walked through the darkness." And indeed, Job knew the deep darkness, but through the light of God, he walked through the darkness. And Micah says, "When I sit in darkness, the Lord shall be a light to me." When I sit in darkness, when things are not going right, maybe, when the outlook looks bleak, as we sometimes say, or dark, or challenges have come for a period of time. And Micah said, "When I sit in darkness, the Lord will be a light to me." The rabbis declared that the name of the Messiah is light. So when Jesus claimed these things, that he was the light of the world, the rabbis, the people of the day, had certainly a great understanding that he was equating himself with the light of God, and that he was also identifying himself as the Messiah. The Messiah would be light. Jesus said, "I am the light of the world." And Jesus said that if we followed him, who is the light of the world, we would not walk in darkness. And through Jesus, through his life, through his words, through the gospel, which is the good news, we indeed have the major issues of life settled. The idea of that we are here for God's glory, to reflect the glory of God, the light of God, to a world that lives in darkness. This is your privilege and my privilege. And so we need to be filled with the light. I know I've been around people, and and godly people Jesus has brought into my life. And I still remember them today. And I still give thanks for them today because they were a light unto me, a fellow Christian. Maybe when I was younger, maybe when going through difficulties, these people emanated the life and light of Jesus and encouraged my soul. His presence in them encouraged my soul and encouraged your soul. I would just, after this video, invite you to take time to maybe close your eyes, remain quiet, and ask the Lord to bring to your remembrance those who have brought to you the light of God. Maybe when you first got saved, whatever it might be. And I want you to give thanks to God for their lives in bringing you and me light when maybe it was a time of darkness in our lives. They brought the presence, the light of God to you and to me. And so Jesus said, I am the light of the world. And where Jesus is truly preached and truly lived, the light shines forth. May it be your experience and my experience to be in the light and to be spreading the light of Jesus in this world. God bless you. Bye-bye.